Hi everybody. So today again I wanted to talk about being a proactive mover versus a reactive mover. A couple days ago I posted a video. It was a singles video and we talked about this topic. So as promised, I wanted to put up some more clips in regards to doubles. So the first clip I have here is looks like a World Team Tennis NTRP 4.0 men's doubles match. These guys are pretty good. I don't know if they're 4.0. I would take a guess they're 4.5. Some of these guys are pushing 5.0. But at any event, you'll get the idea. Even at this level, we're going to see examples of some really good proactive moving and some examples of reactive moving where they could be doing a better job at better positioning themselves based on the situation that's occurring. So in this first point, I want to play this out a little bit so you can see what ends up happening with the net player and how they're doing a good job at proactively reading the situation, which allows them to proactively move and put themselves in the best position to cut off the middle of the court. So let me give this a play here so you can see what we're talking about. Okay, so you can see pretty quickly here, this gentleman on the top of the screen sends the ball pretty high and deep. He's going to end up pushing this player back. And what I want you to notice is this guy right here in the blue shorts. Watch where he moves. He's going to take a step to his left to get a little bit closer to the middle to press that middle. He sees this gentleman here being pushed back deep. Okay, that's a good read on his part. So then therefore he's going to then slightly slide to the middle to try and cut off the middle of the court. And there you go. Okay, he ends up trying to go back behind him. Not the best choice from that position, relatively low percentage, but I like where he's positioned, right? He's kind of pinched the middle so that if that ball were to go through the middle, this gentleman here was going to have a play on it. Okay, next video, another example of proactive moving. So this guy right here, he's a smart player. He's definitely a proactive mover. It was the same guy in the last clip. Watch what happens. So we're going to have this gentleman here is going to throw up a high lob. He's peeking back to recognize that, and as soon as he sees the ball goes up, he's going to end up retreating in order to play defense. So this is, again, on the contrary, it's a more defensive play, but at least it's going to give him the best opportunity possible to buy some time in the situation to play some defense. So there he goes, and he backs up, gives himself a little bit of time. He's able to play some defense and get himself back into the point. Okay, so I like what he's doing as far as his ability of reading the situation, which is allowing him to proactively move. All right, so these next couple clips here, you're going to see examples of when some of these players could be better proactively moving, and instead they're reactively moving. So they're not recognizing the situation, and they're just reacting to what's happening. And this is when we get into opportunities a lot of times when the ball goes by us, as when we're at the net and we go, oh gosh, I should have gotten that. Why didn't I get that? Well, this is exactly why. So let me play this clip so you can see what I mean here. Okay, so right away you're going to see pretty deep, heavy return from this guy here in the blue shorts, and you'll notice the server is getting pushed back and wide. And I want you to take notice of this guy right here and where he puts himself in this situation. Okay, so in another video I talked about over covering the down the line, and that's exactly what happened here. He's too far over. I get what he's thinking. He sees this guy moving wide, so he wants to make sure that he doesn't get burned up the line. But you can see that within a stretch and a reach, he's actually covering more than he needs. He's over covering the alley. Therefore, you can see the space that he has to go back cross court. He's in a relatively, I wouldn't necessarily say he's totally defensive here, but he's in a press neutral position, and it allows him a huge window to go back and neutralize cross court. You can see all this space here that he's leaving because this gentleman here was too far over to the alley. So rather, what I would have him probably do is I would like to see him more in the middle. If he was going to pull the trigger up the line, okay, he still has to hit the outside of the alley to win that point. So again, I like those percentages. If someone could beat me up the line with using the 50, 60% of the alley, I'm going to give them that shot, because that's just, I know that they can't make that time after time after time over the course of a set or 2 or 3 sets. So again, I would have liked to see this gentleman slide a bit more to the middle here. He's over, in my opinion, he's over covering the down the line. Okay, next clip here. We're going to roll this here. Okay, so let's go back. And I want you to pay attention to the guy in the light blue. Okay, so he does a couple things well here, actually. But what I want to point out is the split step. Although this is a bit more technical. So he initially reads that the return is pretty deep and heavy. The opponent is backing up a bit here. So I like his thought. He's looking to press. He's looking to try and get in. He reads that he's a little bit more on the defense. But watch what happens. You can see he's running, try and catch at the right point, and he splits way too late. So then he's not able to proactively move and adjust, okay, to the shot incoming here. So the ball's a bit high, and he's not able to get his feet down in time. You can see now he's just setting, and the ball's already probably, I don't know, 5, 6 feet away from him, 8 feet away from him if I had to guess. And it's too late for him to react and be able to go up for this ball, and then therefore it goes over his head. So let me play that one more time so you can see what happens. Ball goes deep. Okay, you can see there, now the ball's already left the racket and he's now just splitting. That split needs to happen prior to impact so that he can adjust to whatever the outcome of this shot is going to be. So again, initially had the right idea. He recognized that he was getting pushed back. He moved in, closed. Okay, he's slightly towards the middle in this situation, so I feel like his positioning is relatively strong. But his split step is way too late, and therefore he's not able to adjust to this ball. It goes over his head, and now they ended up getting past and losing the point because of it. Okay, lastly, another reactive scenario. So let me play this out so you can see what ends up happening. Okay, so again, you can see right from this clip here, return, pretty solid return, deep and heavy cross court, okay, ends up pushing the server back, and you can see he's a good 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline. He's out of position. Okay, now in this situation, okay, this guy right here, he missed the opportunity. You can see the ball is right there. It's high through the middle. This is exactly what we want to happen. So he should be all over this, looking to close on it. However, instead, he could have been more towards the middle here. If he would have read his opponent, he's also too far back actually. I would have liked to see him read the situation sooner, probably move up a step or two, and maybe slightly more to the middle. So let's play that one more time. So there goes the return, and you can see he's just too late closing and shifting a little bit more to the middle, so he loses the opportunity here to close on that. The other thing I want you to notice is this guy here in the blue shorts, he also is not proactively moving as well. So there was 2 scenarios here, and I'll show you what I mean. So he looks back, he peeks back, and he sees that his opponent, or that his partner is getting pushed back off the court. Okay, he does not adjust his positioning. So what he should have done in this scenario is that he should be more here. Okay, therefore, if this gentleman right here would have picked off, he missed it, but if he would have picked it off, okay, he would have been in position to cover the middle. Okay, he got away with it because he missed the read here and didn't position himself properly. But had this guy positioned himself properly, he would have had the poach. You can see it goes right through the middle here. There it is. Okay, and the hole in the middle of the court is wide open. Okay, he needs to slide over here to cover that gap, given that his partner is so far deep and wide off the court. So again, a few examples there of proactive moving and reactive moving. These are big concepts and ideas that you definitely want to understand from a 3.0, 3.5 level all the way up, because doubles is so much based off of solid positioning, and these are opportunities that you could be missing based on not reading the situation. So again, I'm going to keep encouraging everyone to try and study this stuff, be a proactive mover, and I really think once you start to grasp it, it's going to really help improve your doubles game and singles game for that matter. Okay, so hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, comments, again, feel free to leave them below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos to come. All right, thanks everybody. Enjoy.